Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to learn how to dimension the object seen here using chain and unidirectional dimensioning techniques. We made this part in another video, but in this video we're going to learn how to dimension it. So let's go ahead and get started. Come on up to design, change our workspace now to drawing from design. And for our standard, we want to use the American Society of Mechanical Engineers. And for our sheet size, we want to select sheet size A, and we want to select 11 inches by 8.5 inches. Okay. And when you're all finished, go ahead and select OK. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my front view here. See, it says front view, but I don't like the scale. I'm going to make it a little bigger. Let's go with 1.5 maybe. And maybe a little bit bigger, 1.7 to 2. That's probably pretty good. So I'm gonna click here, okay, hit OK, and I'm gonna bring in another view here. I'm gonna bring in my right side view, and once again I'm gonna change the scale so it's the same size as my other view. So 1.7 to 2, hit OK, and then I'm gonna bring in a good 3D view here. And let's try northeast isometric here. And that looks pretty good. Once again, let's make it 1.7 to 2 for our scale. And this time I'm going to give it shaded or some color here. And I'm going to just click right there and hit OK. Okay, let me move some stuff around. Let's make sure this guy's kind of horizontal with the other one. Since we got a lot of space to work with, let's actually go ahead and make our views a little bit larger. So I'm going to click and I'm going to go to right click, edit view, and I'm going to change the scale now to 2.4 to 2. Hit close. Do the same thing here. Edit view, and let's do 2.4 to 2. You could also set it to 1.4 to 2 or 1.4 to 1 if you like to. Same thing. All right. So when we do an ASME drawing file or American Society of Mechanical Engineers, all right, all of our dimension text is going to be horizontal. So if we click here and we click here, it'll automatically make our text unidirectional. All of it's going to be horizontal. Okay. And the other dimensioning technique we need to apply in this assignment is chain dimensioning. And chain dimensioning is when we basically just keep adding dimensions across in a horizontal manner as we work our way across the part and in a vertical manner as we work our way up. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. We can come out to dimension, and if you click on chain dimension here, we can click on this guy, and then you click on this point, okay, and then when you're done, click on that point, and then just click on it again, and you're good. All right. However, the proper way to really dimension with chain dimensioning is to have an overall dimension placed above it. So I'm going to basically do an edit undo. I'm going to grab my general dimensioning tool here, and I'm just going to click here and click across. Okay. And I have two chain dimensions, but then what we want to do now is to click here and do one completely across an overall dimension, and we want to nest it outside of our smaller dimensions. Okay, and this is the proper way to really dimension, because it provides us with more information. And the reasoning is, well, if you know this dimension, you know this dimension, and you know the overall dimension, well, you can determine this dimension here by doing some simple math. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit escape. So now we're going to go ahead and apply some chain dimensions here, working across the bottom of our part. So we're going to come on to dimension, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to click here, click here. Okay, I'm going to hit escape though, and I'm just going to move this guy on the other side. All right, let's keep working our way across. Click here, click here. And then we could do the same thing here, but like I said earlier, we want to add an overall dimension. So I'm going to click here and click here. and make sure that overall dimension is placed out past our smaller inner dimensions here. Okay, I'm going to take it off dimension tool, and I'm just going to move this guy up a little bit, and I want to just move this guy in just a little bit so it looks a little bit better. So now we're going to go ahead and start chain dimensioning in the vertical direction. So we're going to come up here to dimension. We're going to click on that corner to that corner. And then we're going to click on that corner to this top corner. Okay. And now we're sort of at a crossroads because we got to keep in mind our dimensioning rules, right? And we don't want to ever cross extension lines. So we could keep our chain dimensioning techniques going and come on up here and come on up here. But the problem is it starts getting messy and our extension lines start getting crossed. So I'm going to hit escape, okay? And I think this dimension would probably be better served over here. So I'm going to come on over here and I'm going to just click on the overall height of our part and just come out across. And we want to also, don't forget, we need to also dimension depth. Okay, so I'm going to click here and click here. All right, and that's it. This part is all ready to be manufactured once you've dimensioned it properly. Okay, so just to review, in this video tutorial we did chain dimensioning and unidirectional dimensioning techniques where our text is all horizontal here. All right, that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.